I'm the monster under your bed. Hey, out. You can't stay there. It's not comfy, and you'll catch a cold there. We can share the bed. I'll be the spoon. Yay. There is one 4th of July that always sticks out for me. 1997. That's the year my stepdad pulled me aside from the fireworks show to reveal he bought a grenade. He tossed it off a cliff and just he and I saw it. I started calling him dad. The man earned it. That was a dark year for me. Me and my dad were at the Grand Canyon for 4th of July and then, out of nowhere, he just blew up right beside me. Am I the asshole for telling my sister grieving her dog is not the same as me grieving my husband? Info, was she ducking the dog? If you're not sure, ask her next time she compares your losses. Your response is completely inappropriate. You could have used different words to get your point across. Was she ducking the canine? Adults who still drink milk, are you okay? Unless you're a hungry baby, drinking milk on its own is unsettling behavior. I break into farms and drink it straight from the bull. How's that for unsettling? You can choose a superpower, but the first person to reply can choose a side effect. Everyone I love loves me the same way I love them. Testicular cancer no matter what. How people at my college park. What if we touched truck nuts in the college parking lot? Leave a baby in a womb for 9 months at 98.3 degrees and it's fine, but leave it in a car at 98.3 degrees for 10 minutes and that mother ducker quit on life. Ever baked a cookie twice? Have ever you met someone off Reddit? If so, how did it turn out? He DM'd me because of a comment I made, and things went from there. After becoming emotionally invested and meeting my mom, he let me know he was married, only because she told him she would tell me if he didn't. He also left shit stripes on the sheets when he would sit on them naked. He finally admitted he didn't bother wiping well because he didn't want to pause Destiny 2 for too long. Long after we were through, he got mad after I made an unidentifying comment about it on here, called me a wretched bitch, and went on to post revenge porn of me whilst pretending to be me. He also still stalks this account. I know this because this shitbird had the audacity to email me condolences about my dad dying after I made a post looking for legal representation for his estate. Darren, this is your reminder to go wipe your ass, you pathetic little duck sock. You think you can hurt my feelings? I used to hold the fleshlight for my dad. Now that's just rude, referring to your little brother as an inanimate object like that. Help these two men find a home. Yo, what the duck? Favorite new thing? Scratching haunting things into bananas at the market, so when people take them home hours later and the words appear, they think a ghost knows their secrets. Put me in your butthole. Do you think you could take them? Yeah. Oh, he mean fight. Another billionaire is planning a trip to the wreckage of the Titanic with a $20 million sub to prove it's safe, nearly a year after OceanGate implosion. We need to make this a yearly event like the Super Bowl. I'm so bored. I've been trying to get these two to tell me Bible stories for the past hour. My mom took a cucumber in her room one time and kept saying, "Oh God, must have been a good sermon." If you could telepathically say something that all 7.8 billion people on Earth could hear at once, what would it be? Act out a conversation between two people talking about shutting down the simulation, then freak out about accidentally broadcasting the conversation in the simulation. I just got a promotion. The bathroom at my new office has suicide prevention coat hooks. So, what happened to the person whose position you filled? They had to unfortunately cut him loose. If you had the ability to instantly give any person an orgasm simply by pointing your hand at them like a finger gun and saying "pew," how would you wield this power? Shoot my friends in class. Thanks America, but what would you do with the powers? I had a black suit. No way. I had a black suit too. I wanna have a black suit. He did have a black suit. At Gwen's funeral, lol. I want to know what minions were doing between 1939 to 45. You're pulled off a very crowded train into a camp called Auschwitz. You look around and see dozens being thrown into fiery ditches. An officer greets you, bellow. Mom, just eat your food. It's not that hot. The food. Great. Now I wanna duck my food. My son didn't wanna do his schoolwork and stabbed our all-in-one with a screwdriver. Sorry for your loss. Is it an open or closed casket for the child's wake? According to Charles Bukowski, sadness is caused by intelligence. The more you understand certain things, the more you wish you didn't understand them. According to Charles Bukowski, you can hit your wife too. How not to be conspicuous. An anti-gay Hungarian politician has resigned after being caught by police fleeing a 25-man orgy through a window. He was doing research. He was analyzing. Cashier at taco shop. I hope all this food isn't just for you, me, it's for my family. Whom I've also eaten. What did we learn? That your cat can make your death seem like a suicide. Breaking. Former President Trump says he would declassify the Epstein, JFK, and September 11th files if elected in 2024. The CIA is holding an assassination meeting as we speak. What the weirdest place you have masturbated? When I was 19 I was suicidal. I went to go lay down on the train tracks and get run over. I got bored waiting for a train so decided to rub one out while laying on the tracks. Post-nut clarity helped me get off the tracks and get the help I needed. Japan urges Europe to have stronger military presence in Asia to counter China. Maybe Japan could work with Germany. Hey Germany, we are getting the gang back together for one more big job. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Last chemo. The nightmare is soon over. I'm legit so tired. I hate what I look like right now. Nutting on her shiny bald head. Did chemo make those huge jugs? Now you know how it feels to be a girl. I've been waiting 3 months for this. These cave women dildos were found during a cave excavation in Germany. At 28,000 years old, they are believed to be the oldest Shrek's toys. They were freaky as hell back in the Stone Age. My brother's baby. Hate all you want. Love is love. The baby. Don't hate me cause I'm beautiful. I had boobs before other girls, and I felt ostracized for it. They're big but they're definitely not ostrich sized. Brand new aluminum fry pan melted during first use. Right after I saw what was going on. Perfect for pan Shrek shovels. What the duck do you even say after Shreks? Mom's gonna hate us. Because you know how much she wants to be part of this. During the Shreks. I don't think I've ever been this wet before. My dick inside the condom. Just be happy for your sister. Physically healthy Dutch woman Zora Terbeek, 29, granted euthanasia approval over her severe depression. Can I have her body when she's done? He has that sadness in his eyes that you only see in Eastern European gay porn. 6 years and 300 pounds later, true love beats all. The stress of Democrats ruining our country has done this to me, but all I needed was my hubby. Trust, love, respect. All that matters. Trump forever. How many Democrats did she eat? Mr. Breast is getting more wild. Before this execution begins, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. $12,000 worth of cancer pills. Who would pay that much money to get cancer? Seriously, how do they know? Her. I bet he's thinking about other women. Him. How do blind people know when to stop wiping their butts? I've heard someone say that after they wipe, they fold the toilet paper. If it sticks together, there was still diddy. If it unfolds, that means the last wipe was clean. Personally, I take a picture and send it to my mom to verify. I'm not blind though, I just think it's fun. People who have girlfriends. How? Met a girl at a bar. Got her number. Lost it on the way 5-minute walk home. Searched Facebook by her first name and thought I had found her. Next day she accepts my friend request. I start things off with, "Hey, you were at the show at bar, right?" She says no, and I profusely apologize for interrupting her day and state that I will leave her alone. She told me no, let's keep talking. That was coming on 2 years ago. I love her deeply. And her family. They're fantastic. Best mistake I've ever made. In another timeline, the bar girl was supposed to murder you in your sleep. Type testicular torsions, but let autocorrect finish the rest. Testicular torsion is the best thing you could have. Oh. I would leave my entire family just for the opportunity to suck on those titties for a night. Ariana Grande goes on date with obese fan for Make-A-Wish. Why not just say with a fan? Cause he's obese. When she was saying choke me harder daddy, but now she isn't moving. One time I was participating in some choking Shreks with my ex-girlfriend. Neither of us were really familiar with how to safely do this. So I'm ducking her from behind. She asks me to choke her. So I scoop her up in a light grip arm bar. Pull her back. Start going hard on her. And let her go. She lifelessly hits the mattress. And I finish on her back. I get up to get her a towel. Come back from the bathroom and she hasn't moved. I shake her. And she doesn't respond. So I clean up her back. Reflect on what to do for a minute. And as I'm about dressed enough to go to the payphone across the street to call 911, she pops up. Said it was the best Shreks she ever had, but she was also convinced she died during it. UK surgeon finds 27 missing contact lenses in woman's eye. Bitch was seeing in ultra 4K HD. Thanks, I hate school presentations. Reminds me of the VOR presentation. Please do not provide any context nor evidence. What leaked Shrek's tape would completely break the internet? Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. You look like an American character in a Japanese game. iPhones are so nice without the case. Everything feels nice without protection. Teenage galaxies are extremely hot. Finds James Webb Space Telescope. Yes officer, this space observatory right here. People who've had Shreks with celebrities, how was it? Great until they kicked me out of the wax museum. What do you do after Shreks? Kiss her forehead and close the coffin. Condom Shreks does not count, just hear me out. Or theory, if you wash your hands with gloves on, did you really wash your hands? I see your point, but let me ask you this. If I strangled you to death with gloves on, did I really strangle you to death? Yeah, shut the duck up. What does a cannibal call a pregnant woman? A kinda surprise. Hot pocket. I was thinking 2-for-1. Officer Judy Hopps, Zootopia 2016. To scale. Breast volume. 17.16 inch cube. Breast surface area. 16.11 inch square. How do you even explain this to God on the judgment day? Things you can say both during Shreks and during a funeral. Stop crying. This could be us. Even though I was like 10, I still thought, how the duck did he pipe her? People who have had Shreks with someone with a disability of some sorts. What was different about that experience? Girlfriend had Tourette's, not the cursing kind, but the twitching kind. Sometimes while giving a handy she would switch the turbo mode on for a few seconds. We'll be having Shreks with robots in the next 10 years. That robot looks already fed up with her shit. My girlfriend is a half Korean. Her mom is Korean and her dad is Korean, and her legs got ripped off in a car accident. Had me on the first half. The car got a second half. This isn't Terraria hentai. If you're cold, they are cold. Bring them inside. Alright, what's step 2? Jeff Bezos realizing that he can change his gender and become the richest woman in the world. Then he marries Elon Musk, divorces him, gets half of his money, changes gender again and boom, he's the richest man in the world. I'm screenshotting this to a Rule 34 artist. Men and women of Reddit, what made you not want a second date with someone? On a first date at a coffee shop, the guy picked up my foot. I was wearing cute sandals. He rubbed my foot for a second, and I was like, what the duck? Then he put all of my toes in his mouth. At the table. When I take my schizophrenia pills in the morning, but the femboy I railed last night still walks out of my room. How are they still walking? It's so hard to find a straight man that is confident enough to compliment me on my looks. Nice balls. The world record size poop I saw at Target. I've seen people describing witnessing a murder with less fear in their eyes. My mom hooks up with my friends. Hey man, I'm sorry to hear. If you need a friend to talk to, I got you. Death is never the end. Your existence truly ends the moment everyone forgets about you. This is why you commit war crimes. You are married to the love of your life, but they are cursed. Every time you have Shreks, their life is shortened by one day, but you can never tell them. How do you make the relationship work? Have Shreks as much as possible, and take out a huge life insurance policy on them. Get to bang my dream girl for a bit, then be rich after. It's unattractive to me when a man has never been to jail before. You not even a man yet. This why you'll be getting beat up. I would jump into a industrial paper shredder so that there's a chance that my body is recycled into toilet paper that you might use. Iowa police officer designs patriotic sneaker. Ah yes, the excessive force ones. Why doesn't Lex Luthor inject his cock with liquid kryptonite and rape Superman in front of everyone? Detectives charge Nick, 15, and Dude Debug, 14, with attempted murder. Shit, I'd kill people too if I was named Dude Debug. Jesus learned his lesson. He isn't getting crucified a second time. I hope this horse recovers from its leg disease. A fish's life is just as valuable to them as yours is to you. How come fish can eat other fish, but we can't eat fish? Peter blocked you. My 41M son 9M has been copycatting me for the past hour. How do I defeat this little shit? Start doing chores around the house, Lomfeo. That or start sticking your head underwater repeatedly. Your naturally larger lungs should eventually overcome the child's. What's your fantasy threesome? Me, my bathtub and my toaster. What can you say during Shreks, but also at a family dinner? Doesn't smell as nice, but tastes great nonetheless. 10/10 is always grandma. Yo girl, when she peeps my heelers and notices that these mother duckers light up and fasten with velcro. Imagine being a little kid just minding your own, sliding headfirst down the super fun water slide and getting a face full of thought ass without being old enough to appreciate it. Imagine being an innocent thought ass, popping it on the water slide with your friends when suddenly some toddler makes an attempt at reversing the birth process. Ex-mortgage CEO sentenced to prison for $3 billion fraud. The CEO of what had been one of the nation's largest privately held mortgage lenders was sentenced Tuesday to more than 3 years in prison for his role in a $3 billion scheme that officials called one of the biggest corporate frauds in US history. The 40-month sentence for Paul R. Allen, 55, of Oakton, is slightly less than the 6-year term sought by federal prosecutors. Homeless man gets 15 years for stealing $100. A homeless man robbed a Louisiana bank and took a $100 bill. After feeling remorseful, he surrendered to police the next day. The judge sentenced him 15 years in prison. Screw one person or a few, and you're a crook. Screw thousands of millions, and you're a successful businessman. Just because you're unique doesn't mean you're useful. Can it cut vegetable? Depends. In kitchen maybe, in a hospital not so sure. If you could have Shreks with a famous celebrity, alive or dead, which would it be? Alive. It's up to you to break generational trauma. Separate whites and color. Separate whites and color. It's okay to wash everything on cold. Was great grandpa talking about laundry? This extension blocks any content that is not an ad. The future is here. If you install this and then install ad block, you get to look at absolutely nothing. Installing both is getting a visual of what goes on in my head. The Redhead Festival in Dublin, Ireland, an annual gathering for redheads. When redhead appear, sometimes my dick Dublin in size. No offense, but he kind of looks like a mixture of Obama and Waluigi. What is the worst advice you've ever received? Kick it to see if there are any more bees inside. There were plenty of bees still inside. Jeff Dabe, arm wrestling champion. If this guy fisted anyone, they'd turn into a puppet. Iron deficiency man lol. Tony Starve. Mom. 22-year-old me. My favorite food which I asked for. If you know the episode, you know that the duck is part of the recipe. What is a movie that has aged poorly? The 1990s, I think, Muppets movie where someone shows Kermit what the world would be like if Kermit was never born. I think it fast forwards to New York City 2002, and in the movie, the Twin Towers were still standing, so canonically Kermit being born somehow caused 9/11. Without him, they couldn't Kermit terrorism. Girls, there are 5 urinals. Boys, there's 3 actually. I see 10. Sharing is caring. Life is like roasting a marshmallow. You have to keep it moving so it cooks evenly. It takes time and patience. Ducking shit. No one gonna talk about how he's using what seems to be another bird's leg. What was that? Punk? Amateurs. What about Gru? He stole the moon. What about soccer? He stole the moon's virginity. What's the weirdest compliment you've ever been given? I'd kill my grown children if I could go back in time and make a new set with you, old lady buying cigarettes. Grandpa said, your generation relies too much on technology. I replied, no, your generation relies too much on technology. Then I unplugged his life support. Never leave electronics on overnight. 2 exceptions, fridges and life support, or else you waste a lot of vegetables. Walter Black. Breaking in. Did you know Shrek's toys are banned from sale in Alabama because there is no fundamental right for a person to buy a device to produce orgasm, according to the Attorney General in 1999. That's why they use their siblings in Alabama. What ants see after I accidentally ejaculate on their mound which took them 3 generations to build? Accidentally? Tell me something I don't know. I took my son's nappy off so he could run around naked for a bit before his bath, and he took a huge shit on the kitchen floor, but before I could clean it up my dog ate it. Fellas, what's y'all's opinion on girls getting their clit pierced? So that's where it is. Hey dad, if you sold all your Star Wars collectibles right now, we'd be able to pay for my surgery. As a Star Wars fan, he knows how to deal with a youngling. Never mind, I just jerked off. She means nothing to me now. Hope someone does that to your future daughter. Post-end clarity is baffling. I can fix her. We can be terrible together. Cringe post. Going to have to hit my son because of this. What is something you used to strongly believe that you don't anymore? Santa Claus. There ain't no sanity clause. Then who's the guy in the red suit who molested me? Checkmate. Oh boy. Woman marries a dog after 220 failed relationships with men. Can see they are tying the knot. What it look like I do for a living? Bark at the mailman. Never pause Disney movies. Smells like warm cookies. What's the purpose of a dick slapping on top of a pussy before proceeding to have Shreks? Sound check. Didn't your parents teach you to knock before entering? Why is male suicide rate so high? Just saw a chart and saw that male suicide rate is really higher than the female counterparts in every single country. It's not high bite at a 3%. It's literally smoking the rates of female suicide rates. It seems like it's 70 to 80% higher than the female suicide rates. Link to the chart in comments. We're better at it. How can you eat these precious creatures? Is this rhetorical, or are you looking for recipes? Me when I see my ex kissing her new boyfriend. She has licked my asshole numerous times when we were together. Ignorance is bliss. Wait till you realized you kissed her and you weren't her first boyfriend. Even better. What? How to confuse a gay? OP learned something about himself today. Never in my life heard a story about a hamster dying peacefully. It's always some crazy shit. My sister ate mine. Richard Moore holding up an example of a rubber bullet which permanently blinded him back in 1972 in Northern Ireland. Jesus, the duck in size of the thing. I'd have a tough time fitting that in my butt. I can help bro DM me. What kind of boob job do you want? Give me that percent. These are called witches' stairs. Allegedly, witches can't climb up them. You will occasionally find them in old New England homes. Yes, I imagine they are quite good at killing old women. World's fattest man in 1890 was large enough to be considered a freak show in the circus. Today this guy would be refused a motorized cart because he isn't fat enough. For every video game you get 100% on, you can choose between getting $500,000 or one ability of the main character of the game, 100% Red Dead Redemption, and giving myself tuberculosis. I'm 100% on not lol. I claim the ability to tame anything alive by knocking it out and force feeding it. Draw her getting railed. That's my OC, you know. And what do you mean railed? Let her get run over by a train? No, you misunderstood. I meant showing a male, preferably obsessed, performing harsh intercourse on your clown character. When you eat a finger lying around and get HIV instead of a cursed spirit. MHA fans seeing a homeless man's pubic hair. Is this bad posture? My pen busted in my mouth. Am I going to die? There's bad, and bad news. Yes, you are going to die. However, you aren't going to die from the pen bursting in your mouth. But, eventually you will die. Here is the bad part. It will take an effort on your part to avoid dying of something stupid as a result of the same type of stupidity that caused you to have a pen burst in your mouth. I'm not colorblind. I'm just built different. Are you British? I'm not that unlucky. A diagram of how John Edward Jones was stuck for 27 hours in Nutty Putty Cave before passing away. Glad I quit cave diving the day I was born. Never too late to get back in it. Reed, please stop doing that, I beg you. I'm estimating scale here, but, dear God, that could be dozens of asteroids, minutes, maybe seconds away. It took everything you had just to hold back one. We can't. We have to, honey, we do what we can. I know his tongue be counting the individual eggs in Susan's ovaries. I don't like tits or ass, but a third more sinister thing, liver. A lot can happen in 8 years. Gayest way to be a straight couple. Plato, best philosopher ever. Also left out Jaden Smith. Boys drop you best pickup lines, girls rate it. Are you an A cause I'm an A? 100. Him, she's probably cheating on me. Her and the girls. Ah yes, girls goal. I for one think every adult-aged child should watch a video of the night they were conceived, in vivid detail, so they can be grateful for the life they've been given. Bro, I'd rather have been aborted. You wouldn't want to hear the grunts of your father watching as his balls scrunch in climax, shooting you into your mother's uterus, to be born in the midst of their holy matrimony? Well, when you put it like that. Iceland is the only country without mosquitoes, snakes or other reptiles. They also have very few species of spiders, none of which are harmful to humans. I go to Iceland, the land of the weak, come to Australia, where the mosquitoes are big enough to carry away small children. Q. What do they both have in common? A. Remove the ring and your house is gone. How do you compare an inanimate object that's only purpose is to cause harm and destruction to a grenade? Bro. Hrvatska mentioned. I love my dad. Can't love you too on her Barbies. Or on her grave. The amount of wedding rings removed from Holocaust victims before they were executed. Some blue hedgehog got hit real bad over that box. French high wire walker Philip Petit crosses between the Twin Towers on August 7th, 1974. I bet he can't do it again. Jesus. Great character design. You really nailed it. I stole it. Well, it sounds like you might have crossed the wrong person. Don't crucify the poor guy. Kid hitting me with OK Boomer. Me hitting him with my car. Look at Richie Rich over here who can still afford the gas to run people over. Length doesn't matter. The width does. Dick so fat it comes with a girth certificate. Self-driving cars aren't even hard to make, lol, just program it not to hit stuff. If going to hit stuff, don't. Do not unsheath me without reason. Do not wield me without valor. New idea for a PP tattoo. I really miss her, man. Bet she bad. My grandma, bro. They sent my OnlyFans content to my family. Sent it to SeaWorld. Got sent a job application in response. Maturity is losing interest in everything. That's depression, bro. We definitely won't lose to those underhanded devils. Child abuse always brings people together. If I had a dick I'd stack donuts on it. If I had a pussy I'd let the homies it. Got her at though, so what's the hold up? What's the perfect response to someone calling you ugly? I may be ugly, but at least I ain't got no money. Suicide by words. What's your dirty little secret? My ex told me to drug her and do with her what I wanted. So I drugged her and played video games all night with friends. She still thinks I ducked her multiple times that night. Not my thing, but she wouldn't stop pestering me about it. Damn. Never thought of a day where I would become a furry trafficking merchant. This comment right here, officer. Einstein calculating the radius of curvature of dat ass. It was his cousin / aunt. Theory of relativity. Is this a dish? Or a duck? If it's edible, we call it a dish. But if we try hard enough, I'd pay $20,000 to smell your butthole in a crypto of your choice. What the actual duck? Hold on now, let him cook. Not interested in her pussy, just a whiff of her stinker. Assuming she is 18 plus and clean, of course. I went to hug a girl and she grabbed my hand and shook it. What are the most isolated places on earth known to man? Your bed, I'm guessing. I've been in 7 car accidents this year. Y'all can't tell me God doesn't have a plan for me. Girl, it sound like he tryna kill you. Whisper something dirty in my ear. Your feet. This is what the Animal Crossing developers think cool means. They're damn right, you ducking moron. My uncle chopped part of his finger off with one of these. They had to take a skin graft from his ass and put it on his finger. Now his finger grows hair and he likes to come up behind people and tickle them with it. Not joking, it's traumatizing. It cost you $0 to not post that. Meanwhile, male streamers get banned for accidentally showing nipple. Well, Twitch staff can't jerk off to that, could they? Anonymous testicle checking booth debuts in New Zealand. Anubis weighing my worth in the Hall of Mart. Glory hole but lawful good. What's your favorite porn? Just wondering. The one with your mom in it. My mom died when I was 3. Please share the link. Would love to see her. Talking about the American dream in class, and the prof asked the one German kid if they had a German dream. He responded, "We did, but no one liked it." Ostriches raised in captivity sometimes become shrexually attracted to humans. Imagine being the person who found this out the hard way. My epilepsy friend loves this scene so much he's dancing on the floor, weird lol. My bill after getting bit by a snake, $153,181.25. Imagine your card declines and they bring the snake back in. China, new controversial law makes Shrek's toys of non-Chinese size illegal to stop exodus of young women. The Chinese government announced this morning its intent to regulate the size of Shrek's toys in the country as part of a large problem. The Great Dildo Nerf of 24. My wife in real life. She's a 10, but leaves your bathroom like this after she showers. When she said Cancer, I thought she was born in June. Furries are not zoophiles. I've had enough of people saying this. It's untrue and only causes negativity towards furries. I can't insult the furries, because if they can afford a £3,000 fursuit, they can afford a £200 pipe bomb in my litter box. If men approach women, they think men are creepy. If women approach men, they think it is a prank or a setup. If women approach me, usually I just wake up. Scientists recreate the face of a 9,000-year-old Greek teenage girl. Oh hi Mark. No wonder them Greeks went for the boys instead. You're an art model, does that mean you're naked? Yeah. Whoa. Those lucky artists. Buddy, I don't know who started the idea that life drawing classes have anything Shreksy going on. Like, there's at least 10 people in the room and we're all tired and covered in charcoal. The dude in front, who's staring at my boobs, has been trying to get the shading right for 10 minutes. He's almost out of paint. He is crying. You wake up as a 40-year-old person and you have a wife/husband and 3 kids. What do you say? I'm just going to get some milk. Hold up. I need smokes. I'm coming with. Hoy up. I'm coming with 2. No reasons, just leaving. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Kill 792 people with 1 bird. Or kill 3,000 people with 1 plane. Clearly superior in my opinion. How do I get this to stop? Turn on the burner. How big of an age gap is too big in a relationship? I'm 32, my girlfriend is 22, we've been together 10 years. How do I delete a tweet? Open a recent pack of Pokemon cards and tell me how many you recognize. All of them. I never stopped playing. Complete this catchphrase if you are a true master. Got them all. Duck. I wish I was a cow eating grass in a field. No rent, no job, no college. Just moo. All fun and games until. Can you just remember me when you get famous? Plus buds to gaming, yes B. I really didn't. He did what my dad didn't, he came back after 5 years. Guys, is this true? A man's ballsack can be ripped open as easily as you open a bag of chips. Jim a second. Okay, can confirm. Today my psych professor said, you'll never truly know someone well enough to marry until you've seen them struggle financially, grieve a lost one, or witness them while they're sick. And that just hit really deep. Truly amazing advice. First date ideas: freeze their assets, kill one of their loved ones, poison their ducking dinner. Step 3. Help her. What if I do step 3 before step 1 and 2? And what if I also don't have a girlfriend and I'm just a serial killer? This photo is from 1955. It was called A Few Seconds Before Happiness. The child was starving and his father finally brought him a decent meal. Golly, Bev. After Shreks with my new girlfriend last night, she snuggled up next to me and said, "You are definitely the biggest I've ever had." Apparently ditto wasn't the correct response. I'm not going to say that she was fat, but it took a year for my memory foam mattress to forget her. Allegedly, North Carolina man arrested for stealing 5 pounds of baby power from CVS. Bro who used the snowball on Hog Rider. What is the current state of human trafficking in your country? There isn't any here. Takes ducking ages to have one delivered. Do you think he ever does this? I heard somewhere, if Deidara was a female character, he would have been way more popular. Fern Deidara can technically give herself a tongue job. Border Patrol. Booty Patrol. Both looking for Latinus, but for different reasons. Monkey born with lack of pigmentation in their hands. Strikingly resembles a human. So it only looks like a human when it's white. Noted. Dick or balls you must choose. For one you shall keep, and one you shall lose. What's the point of balls without a dick? An inbuilt clacker toy.